Camera time.
Yeah.
Hammers on a Thursday. You know we have a long weekend coming. Two new ones on the docket. And let's talk about Johnny Depp. Such a dynamic range in terms of acting for him. Artificial intelligence, the topic at hand.
Yeah, Transcendence. This is a science fiction-based techno thriller where Johnny plays a brilliant scientist who has a bit of an accident, shall we say, without giving too much away. And he basically turns into a sentient artificial intelligence. He becomes a computer of sorts.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Imagine a machine with a full range of human emotion. Its analytical power will be greater than the collective intelligence of every person in the history of the world. Some scientists refer to this as the singularity.
Professor?
I call it transcendence.
It's radiation poisoning. The bullet must have been laced with it. The effect is
Interesting
irreversible.
theme here with the technology. We kind of saw this with her and Joaquin Phoenix, and now Johnny Depp. What does this movie do well and add in terms of something fresh for the genre?
You know what? That's a great question. It does a lot of things well in terms of presenting some big ideas and making a relevant story for everyone who's so dependent on technology, especially with all these emerging trends with nanotechnology, with quantum physics. However, sometimes the ideas get so big that the screenplay and the film just can't grapple with them all. A lot of the scenes and the explanation is either way too generic or expository, or some of the concepts are just rushed. So in the end, you're left with this movie that is way too reliant on a lot of action in the last half, and it doesn't really serve the heady sort of ideas of the story that are set up in the first bit of the film.
So star power doesn't make a movie. We're seeing Morgan Freeman, Johnny Depp, Kate Mara in this.
Yeah, great cast. I mean, Rebecca Hall really carries the film as Johnny Depp's wife in this one. Paul Bettany, I like. KMR doesn't have much to do. Morgan Freeman, he just utters a couple of his lines that we've come to expect. But Depp, he essentially just plays Johnny Depp, and for most of the film, he's just a digital head inside of a computer. So I just didn't feel like it was any kind of a stretch for him, and I really thought he was just collecting a paycheck. Anyone could have essentially filled this role, and I thought Johnny was very dull for most of the film.
How many hammers for Transcendence?
Very disappointed in this one. 2 hammers.
Ooh, not a good start for Johnny D, especially after Lone Ranger last year.
Ouch.
All right, Trailer Park Boys. We knew they were coming back to Netflix, and now back on the silver screen.
Okay, they're back, and this is just like one big, long episode. It's not a great week for hammers, I'll just say at the outset. Don't legalize it. We pick up with the Trailer Park Boys. They've already had 2 films. I don't know that a third was necessary. Julian is up to his old harebrained schemes again. Tell me if you've heard this before. And Ricky is facing some pressure because he's trying to grow marijuana, and the government is looking at legalizing it in Canada, so he's upset about that because it's going to put him out of business. I felt like I had heard all these jokes before. I had this weird sense of comic deja vu, and what they did with the character of Leahy, the park supervisor, was just really sad in this film. It took kind of a dark turn, and I felt that even though they've always pushed the boundaries of dark comedy in this one, they went a little too far here, so they're saturating their audience a bit too much. I know they have a new season coming out on Netflix. This, to me, though, should have been like 4 episodes broken up. It did not justify an entire movie.
How many hammers?
2 out of 5 for Don't Legalize It.
Double dip with the 2s.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, that's a look at the movies right now. Let's go back to the Live Eye. Here's Don.